If so, stay tuned today, because I'll be sharing some of my stories and some of the techniques that I have used and some techniques that you could use as well. If you've got any questions for me, if you're watching on Facebook, you can just pop them in the comment below, or you could email Richard at richard@smileradio.co. Also, if you are watching it on Facebook, show us some love. We want some love, don't we, Richard?
Yeah, just a little bit behind with the Facebook, but it's coming up.
Oh, it's coming up. So when it does come up, show us some love, okay? And yeah, I've been saying hello to Richard. How are you, Richard?
Great to be alive.
Great to be alive. Bless him. He was working hard last night in the bar, Smile Bar and Venue in Huddersfield, and then he comes and does my show on a Saturday morning. So thank you very much. Also, Richard is looking very good. He's lost a lot of weight and you're looking very slim.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, to kick off this programme, we'll play a song from Kieran Doyle, and this is called Selfie Queen. And his brother asked him to write a song about people who've always got their phones in their hands. So this is Kieran Doyle, Selfie Queen. In a minute.
Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you say, no one's gonna care for the clothes you wear, 'cause no one sees you anyway. Live your life behind the screen, with friends you know but never seen. You play it through a glass to a worldwide cast, in a world full of shattered dreams. Just another human being who's become a selfie queen. Live your life today, just turn and run away from the world you found behind the screen. Twitter and a Facebook star, do your friends know who you really are? You put your life on show to those you'll never know, pretending you're another movie star. Shake Big Brother TV fame, reality's your virtual name. Your life is in your hand, it's hanging by a strand. Leave the house, it's just a game. I said leave the house, it's just a game. Just another human being who's become a selfie queen. Live your life today, just turn and run away from the world you found behind the screen. Friend me, like me, hate me, strike me, a world you found behind the screen. Friend me, like me, hate me, strike me, a world that's full of shattered dreams. Just another human being who's become a selfie queen. Live your life today, just turn and run away from the world you found behind the screen. A world that's full of shattered dreams. Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz.
So that was Kieran Doyle, and you can go and check him out on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And on Instagram, it's Kieran Doyle Music 0080. So today is a very special day for me, Richard.
Go on.
I have done 10 years without alcohol.
Oh.
And the thing is that if somebody had told me 10 years ago you will go 10 years without having alcohol, I think I would have broke out in a sweat. I'd have started to panic. The way I set my goals around alcohol, so I did a 30-day detox, and after 30 days I thought to myself, wow, I'm sleeping better, I've got a clearer head, I've got more energy. I'm going to do this for another 30 days. And after 30 days I thought to myself, oh, I'll do another 30 days, so I'll round it up to 3 months. And then when I got to 3 months I thought to myself, oh, you know, I'm going to do another 3 months and make it 6 months. And when I got to 6 months, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do another 6 months and I'm going to make it a year. And then when the year came, I thought, oh, let's do another year. And that's how it revolved. Small steps lead to big changes. And now I'll never drink alcohol. You know, it's just part of my life now. But what I want to ask you as the audience, what can you do for 30 days? You know, could it be meditation, journaling, yoga, you know, whatever it is, what do you think you can do for 30 days? And after those 30 days, I want you to sit down and really analyse and reflect. How does that make me feel? Because it's your feelings that are going to drive you to do it more. And after 30 days, sit down and think, oh yeah, I feel lighter, I calmer, whatever it is. And then set yourself another little goal, just like I did. And then after another 30 days, see how you are feeling. You know, you might want to set maybe a different goal. You might have done like a month of meditation, then you might switch and think, oh, I want to do a month of yoga. Whatever it is, what can you do today for a month? And then see how you feel afterwards. Because as I said, small steps lead to big changes. And if you think to yourself, oh, 30 days is a long time. 13 years ago now, I gave caffeine up for 21 days. And guess what? I don't drink caffeine anymore. I haven't drunk caffeine for about 13 years. So I haven't drunk caffeine for 13 years. Haven't drunk alcohol for 10 years. And yeah, I can hear you. What does she drink? I drink water and Red Bush tea. That's what I drink.
Can't be a bit of Red Bush.
So if you think to yourself that 30 days may be too long, then have a go at 21 days. So 13 years ago, I did start dabbling in well-being, and I did my Reiki 1, level 1, and I can remember going to this event, and the woman saying, oh, I sent my email out, so we all have to do a detox for 21 days. What do you want to give up? And I thought to myself, I haven't received that email. Oh my word, seriously, what am I going to give up for 21 days? And she was going around the room. One person said meat, one person said chocolate, one person said alcohol. And I thought to myself, oh my word, what can I... Because, you know, at that moment in time, I wasn't really ready to give anything up. And I was temping in an office, and I can remember literally nearly every hour on the hour, mainly because of boredom, and it was an opportunity to talk to other staff members. I used to go round asking people what they wanted to drink and things, and so I had a coffee, a strong coffee I used to have, with lots of milk and a spoonful of sugar. Oh my word, I mean, if I drunk that now, I think I might be sick. So I thought to myself, right, okay, I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm not going to have caffeine for 21 days. So I went back to that office and I started drinking herbal teas, and again I felt a huge difference for not drinking caffeine, not drinking coffee. So again I analysed, and I sat down and I thought to myself, how do I feel not drinking that and drinking herbal tea? And I felt a different person completely. So if you feel that 30 days may be a long time, have a go at 21 days. And again, sit down and think to yourself, how does that make me feel? Whatever it is you choose to do today, for 21 days, reevaluate. So sit down, how does it make you feel? And do you want to feel more of that? And I'm guessing the answer will be yes. And then set yourself, you know, another 21 days. Do it in small steps. If somebody had said to me 13 years ago, you're never going to drink caffeine again, I would have laughed, because I was drinking it every hour. You know, 10 years ago, if anybody would have said to me, you're not going to drink alcohol ever again, yeah, I'd have gone, that will never happen, you know. I was a person that would drink every day, you know. I would have a glass or 2 glasses, sometimes 3, every night. Getting back from the office, drinking that, and then on a Friday and Saturday, well, I would drink a hell of a lot more than that. You know, typical binge drinker, really. I would go for it. We were just talking just before we came on air. Wimbledon's on in the UK, and I'm a big tennis fan. Now, I actually went to Wimbledon in my 20s, and do you know what? I got drunk on Pimm's and ruined the day. You know, I guess for some people it's a one in a lifetime opportunity to go to Wimbledon, which I did in my 20s. And when we arrived, me and my friends, we saw the pictures, which are jugs of Pimm's, and we went, right, that's what we're having. And we took it in turns to drink these jugs, and you know, Pimm's, my word, it's like drinking pop, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah.
You're laughing.
Yeah, we did. I forget. Marie and I, and then I can't remember when we were all drinking Pimm's. I don't really do the fruit bit, but anyway, yeah, we got in a bit of a tangle.
Oh, you know, and I just think to myself now, I'd love to go to Wimbledon because I'm sober now, you know, and I just ruined it, absolutely ruined it, and also and a lot of people go to York races to get drunk, but I can remember going somebody's special birthday, and we went to York races, and guess what? They had jugs of Pimm's. Oh my word! I mean, how I got home that night, I really don't know. You know, so I just think to myself, and I'm sure other people have done the same, spoiled special occasions because they've been too drunk.
The races.
The races.
Yeah.
We've all done it. So yeah, small steps lead to big changes. And after the next song, I will be sharing another thing that I did to set my goals. So let's introduce. So the next song is Liam Smith's song. Now Liam came into the studio last month when I was interviewing Tom about the alcohol spectrum, and we didn't have chance to play his fourth song. So I got in touch with him and I said, look, can you record it, because I will play your next song. So the next song is called Do You Love, which is a sister song to the song that he did play in the studio for Kinda. Now Kinda was written for his wife, and it was about his interpretation on how she would feel trying to love and care for somebody who has an addiction, but the love is not coming back. So this song, Do You Love, is in a response to that song. Yeah.
Here we go. It's coming in.
Sound like I do love you. I do love you. I do love you. Through all we've been through, I do love you. And I may not show it like I used to do. I do love you. I do love 1950s love songs don't apply. When life snuck up on us and romance it ran dry. Well, yeah, I know I've been complacent, so I'm gonna show you just how much I really do. But I can see how it may seem a bit more distant, and maybe not that keen. And maybe I'm running colder. In fact, to getting older, maybe I could have told her. There's one thing you'll never need to doubt. You're my everything. You're all I think about. I do love you, and I need to tell you that I do love you. And it may not seem like I do love you. I do love you. I do love you. And it's hard to find words, and I do love you. 'Cause I don't know what you heard, but I do love you. I do love you. I do love when all those lovely love songs don't apply. When life snuck up on us and romance it ran dry. Well, yeah, I know I've been complacent, so I'm gonna show you just how much I really do. I hope this puts it all to bed. You're all I think of. You're all that's in my head. And it kills me to think that you don't know just how I feel about you, just how I feel. Now I promise I'll try much harder to show you that I care. So how's this for starters? Not to love you, but it's kinda hard, you said, but I do love you. And I don't know what you read, but I do love you. I do love you. I do love you. I do love you. I do love.
Narelle Summers.
So that was Liam Smith.
Oh, sorry about that.
So Do You Love, that was from Liam Smith, spelt with a Y. And you can find him, let's have a look, on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube and SoundCloud. So go and check him out because he's got some really beautiful songs there. And we were just saying when it was playing, a nice calm, I don't know, a calm husky, a soft husky voice. It's very unique, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, it's very distinctive.
Yeah, really like his music and like his voice. So we're just talking about how you can set goals and what you can do to move yourself forward. You know, you can set yourself little goals and then extend them all the time. Reevaluate, see how you feel about it. But one of my goals that I set myself, again, this was about 10 years ago now, I wanted to do 10k for my local hospice. Now, 10k for me was massive. For people who don't know, I used to be heavily overweight and did as little exercise as possible, really. From the couch to the fridge or the couch to the cupboard would be my exercise. And I wanted to set myself that big goal because I wanted to prove to myself that I could turn the impossible to possible. Now, bearing in mind 10 years ago I could probably run maybe about 150 metres without stopping and gasping for breath. And I also was a person that if I did that 150 metres, then that was it. I couldn't walk and restart running. That it didn't happen. Okay. So what I did though, so I had my big goal in my mind that I wanted to run 10k for my local hospice. And then what I did every day, I would, first of all, I'd run my 150 metres, nearly, gasping for breath and nearly keeling over. But then the following day, and I did this with lampposts around my estate. So the following day, I would go a little bit further. I would go to the next lamppost. Then the following day after that, then I would go to the next lamppost. And sometimes I would go to the same lamppost for a few days because I knew that I didn't want to overdo it, and that was okay. Within 3 months, I was running 10k on a regular basis. So I knew that I had my big goal, and I put that to one side. And again, I took small steps to lead to big changes. Now for me, that was massive. That was a huge achievement. I had turned the impossible into possible. And not only was it to do with goals, I thought to myself, if I can do this, I can do anything. And I ran my first 10k for my local hospice. The following year, I did exactly the same. I did, because I thought to myself, I want to prove to myself that it wasn't a one-trick pony. It wasn't a one-off. I can do it the following year. So I did 10k again for my local hospice. So today, I want you to think of something that is a big goal. That you think to yourself, that is impossible. So have a think of a big goal that you've always wanted to achieve. Write it down if you want, if that helps. Have that in your mind. Then put it to one side. How can you break that up over say to yourself, whatever it is, it might be, I want a job or I want a career that's going to provide me with, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 a month. Okay, whatever it is, I want to lose weight. I want to, lose 3 stone. Whatever it is, write it down. But then I want you to have a look at the smaller steps. I want you to break that down into smaller goals. What is it that you can do either on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a fortnightly, a monthly, whatever it is? What can you do to work yourself up to that goal? Because once you've achieved that goal, your mindset will change. And also, it is about taking that one step, because when you do that one step, it will build some momentum. So the following day or the following week, you'll do something else, and you're working closer and closer to your goals. Now, as I said, I thought that was an impossible task, and I changed my mindset altogether. Things that I have done in the past to change my mindset as well. I've walked on hot coals. I've walked across glass. And it's about changing that mindset, making that shift in your mind. If I can do this, I can do anything. I mean, I once broke an arrow with my throat. So the arrow was in my resting on my throat, and the bow was against the wall, and I had to move towards the wall to break this arrow. And I mean, I think that for me, walking across hot coals, did it. Walking across glass, did it. But breaking an arrow with your throat, I have to say, my inner chatter went off the scale. And so I did it at an event, and I had Brandon Block in my ear going, "You can do it, Narelle, walk forward, you can do it." And when you've got Brandon Block in your ear, you walk forward. And I'm not kidding you, I had my eyes closed because I couldn't, I don't know what I was, I was just walking towards a wall. But when I felt and heard that arrow snap, and, my throat was intact, that really shifted my mindset. So I'm always looking for things to shift my mindset. I tell you what I really, really want to do. I want to go to an event, and I can't find any events at this moment in time. I want to break wood with my hand. Have you seen that, Richard? Blocks of wood and people break it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. That's my next mind shift for me. So what you think is impossible, you can make that possible. So whatever it is, whatever your goal is, whatever your big goal is, break it down to small steps, just like I did with the lampposts. So what is your big goal right now? Write it down. And when is now a good time to take action? I love that sentence. So, that's what I want you to do. I want you to have a look. What are your smaller goals? What can you do for 21 days? What can you do for 30? Reflect on your feelings. Do you want to continue? And by 21 days and by 30 days, you will have gained momentum. You will want to keep that going. But then have a look. What is your big goal in your life? And break it down. Break that goal down into smaller goals. Okay. The next song that we're going to play now is called A World Like This from Beyond the Rubicon. I like talking about myself.
I never saw it in your eyes. Lonely days, lonely nights. Lonely days when there is no sound of the voice in my head. I still recall the things you said. You were unhappiness in disguise. I look for provenance in the skies. Lonely days, lonely nights. Lonely days when you're not around. days when you're not around. Lonely days, lonely nights. Lonely days when there is no sound. Lonely days.
Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz your stress, feel good.
And that was Beyond the Rubicon, and you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. So we're talking today about how to set goals and what to do. And another thing that we can do is visualization. Sit down and visualize you achieving your goal. So sit down in a chair, close your eyes, and see yourself in a cinema. You're sat on the front row of the cinema. It's empty, just you in the cinema. And when you look up to that big screen, it is playing the film of you achieving that goal. Because when you can see it, you can believe it. And the mind doesn't know whether it's real or not, whether you've achieved it or not. So sit there and visualize you achieving that goal. Look up at the screen. See how you are moving. See your interactions with people. See your facial expressions. And when you're watching that film, feel how good it feels to see yourself achieving that goal. Those feelings will give you the motivation and the drive to go out and achieve that goal. What if you acted as if you've already achieved that goal? So those feelings that you have generated from watching that film of you achieving that goal, and whether that is happiness, positivity, freedom, feel it now. Feel as if you have already achieved it. Because by doing that, it will make you feel relaxed. It'll make you feel calm. Because there's an interesting thing that I heard recently about chasing goals and chasing dreams. When you're chasing whatever it is, your dopamine levels, which is your one of your feel-good hormones in your body, starts to increase. And as soon as you've got what you've wanted, that dopamine level drops off. So I have heard people say this, that once they've got their goal, they think, oh, I've got it now. What next? That some people might feel like deflated or disappointed and think, oh, right, okay, what can I work on now? I've heard that quite a lot with people who have been setting goals. And that is because the chase is over. Now I'm going to give an example here, and I'm sure people can relate to this. When you fancy somebody and you start chasing them, when you get them, you might think to yourself, I don't want them now. Have you ever felt like that, Richard?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting a message from my daughter. She's trying to ring me. I'm just telling her we're live on the radio, so I apologise. She keeps ringing me. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So...
But yeah, it's the thrill of the chase, isn't it?
Yes, because the thrill is where your dopamine levels are increasing. But then when you get whatever you want, you're deflated because that dopamine level has dropped off. I found that really interesting.
Mm.
That's my world.
Yeah.
That's the kind of podcasts I listen to. So the thing is that if you feel that you've already achieved it, then your dopamine levels will stay the same. So they won't drop off once you get it. So visualizing it and feel like you've already got it. So whether that is, a new car, a new house, the amount of money that you want to earn every month, feel those feelings. Happiness, freedom, love, joy. Feel them now. Have that film in your mind that you've achieved it, so you can see it and believe it. And when you can see it and believe it, that will generate those happy chemicals. So that's what I want you to do when you think about whether it's a small goal or a big goal. What is it? And I want you to see yourself already achieving that goal. And when you think of your goal, I want you to think, how are you going to achieve it, right? Because I want you to run that film, and what I want you to do is write your action plan. Do you need to do research? Do you need to ask people for help? What is going to be in your action plan? Is your first step, do I need to save up to get whatever, the new house, the new car, the holiday? What are your steps? And a good way, if it is a financial goal, and I think this was Dale Carnegie in one of his books, Think and Grow Rich. This is a practical thing. So if it is a financial goal, I want you to put the amount of money that you want at the top of the piece of paper, and then I want you to work backwards. How many jobs do you need to do? How much do you need to save? What do you physically need to do to get that money at the top of the page? That's always a really good exercise to do. So there's several things that you can do. So different, and the reason why I have this radio show, and the reason why I share things in my Facebook group, because one thing doesn't suit everybody. We're all unique. We're all very different, and different ways on how to do things. There's certain things that can stop you though from setting your goals or taking action on your goals. And a lot of it is distraction, wasting your time. And one big distraction is your phone. And I've recently done this to clear out. So I've gone through my phone. I don't have that many apps on my phone, but I've gone through the apps and I've cleared them out. I've closed accounts and I've deleted the apps. So have a look. Are there apps that you don't need anymore? Clear them out. Clear your phone out. Also, turn off your notifications on apps that are not important to you. Clear them out. I mean, sometimes I look at somebody, get a message, and I'll look, and on their phones they've got so many notifications on apps. Is that you?
No.
Oh no.
No.
You know, keep it simple. Give yourself also a time limit on social media. I've restricted myself to an hour. I don't go beyond that because it's like a rabbit warren. You just go down and you can, and sometimes you'll be looking at videos or photographs of people who you don't even know. That's what, so yeah, clear your social media, give yourself a limit on your media. Also, turn your phone off as well. I'm always turning my phone off. I love it. I love for people not being able to contact me. I love it. Just turn it off. You're laughing. Is your phone always on?
Yeah.
The majority of the time, people always have it on, don't they?
Mm. I mean, it's always on. Pretty much always on silent.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it can be at the side of the bed and I don't hear it ringing.
Oh, I bet that annoys Marie.
Marie hears it, I don't.
You're still fast asleep.
Yeah.
There's also there'll probably be like this on other phones as well, but iPhones every week, or you can look at it daily, but I get they do weekly reports on screen time, how much time are you spending on your phone. Now, some people's time, it's a full-time job. It could be more than 40 hours a week. I mean, that flabbergasts me. So, have a look at your screen time. Is it something that you can reduce? Because, stop being distracted. It's an excuse, isn't it, not to do something. And once you get on that phone, that's it. You're checking your socials, you're doing messages, and 2 hours later, it's past. Also, not just your phone can distract you, people can distract you. Do you have time bandits in your life? Oh, Richard's smiling. People who steal your time. I'm guessing you have people in your life that steal your time.
Not now, but there's people that I can relate to that.
Yeah.
And the only time you ever hear from him is
when they want something.
Yeah.
People who can talk at you, can tell you every single detail and go on and on about nothing. Stopping you from doing things, making you not have enough time, making you rush things, or making you in a hurry. These things can cause you stress and anxiety, annoyed, getting frustrated or angry. You need to set boundaries and be clear. If somebody wants to talk to you, say, I don't have time. Tell them, I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk to you right now. And suggest another time or day when they can talk to you. Or say to them, I only have 15 minutes or I only have 10 minutes. So then that makes them focus and then tell you the most important things that they want. Or you can arrange, another time if they need to speak to somebody. I mean, I'm always doing that. I've only got 10 minutes. Tell me what's the most important thing that you want to tell me. For people who go on and on and on, I have things to do. I'm a busy person, an important person. It's all about me, isn't it, Richard?
God bless you.
But be careful, because time bandits will steal minutes or even hours and have a huge negative impact on you. Be clear and set boundaries and look after yourself. And it's okay to say no. you know, be aware if you do say yes to people, you are not saying no to yourself. You know, you're all grown-ups now, and you need to take control. You need to, you need to know when it's okay to say yes, and you need to know when it's okay to say no. And also, no is a full sentence. It's not no and lie, make an excuse or give a reason. It's no. Look after yourself. So, because wasting your time on your phone, wasting your time with people, it's just getting in the way of you working towards your goals. What one thing can you do today to move closer to your goals? Also, your goals are important. Whatever makes your heart sing, go for it. And if you want to, I'm actually a goal mapping coach. So I do one-off sessions if you want to just come to me for a one-off session for your goals. And I also do like weekly sessions, fortnightly sessions, monthly sessions, if you want me to be your accountability partner. And that could be for a business goal or a personal goal. It's an online program that uses words and pictures to engage the whole of your brain to make you ultra focused. The left hand side of the brain is where the words are, and the right hand side of the brain is where your pictures are, your imagination. And goal mapping brings them both together, as I said, to get you ultra focused to achieve your goal. And as I said, I can coach you through your personal goals or your business goals, turning your dreams into reality, helping you achieve success in wealth, health, well-being, career, business, education, sport, weight loss, or anything else that you dream of. So if you want more information or you want to book me for a session, you can email me at hello@narellesummers.co.uk, and that is NARELLESUMMERS. My website is narellesummers.co.uk. I also have a Facebook group called Wellbeing, Happiness, Positivity, Motivation and Boosting Confidence. I'm also on Instagram, Narelle Summers. So take action today. And that's it.
Wow, we're in front. So
are we in front?
Yeah. We because of technical issues, we were a couple of minutes late. So getting back to dedicating time for yourself, and you talked about all the stuff that you do in regards to clearing your mind. What other stuff is it?
So I'm also a havening practitioner.
That's it. I couldn't remember.
So havening is a psychosensory therapy that uses touch and visualization to remove negative feelings attached to negative memories. That again is online. All my work with my clients is online. It's it's the beauty of Zoom now. I used to use Skype. Don't know what happened to that. But yeah, and sometimes depending on my clients, sometimes people come to me for havening to work on past issues, to bring them into the present moment. And then some of my havening clients then go on to goal mapping as well. So they set their goals for their future. And also, depending on, it's their choice, I'm always, asking my clients how they want their sessions to run. Sometimes for havening clients who do goal mapping, I haven the goal map into them as well, which is very, very powerful. So I am a goal mapping coach, a havening practitioner. I'm also an NLP master practitioner as well. I do them individually. I do find that NLP runs through the goal mapping sessions and also the havening sessions as well. But if people do want a standalone NLP session, again, that's on Zoom, then I have done that in the past. But I do find that I combined NLP with the goal mapping and the havening as well. And also I'm a wellbeing speaker. So if you're looking for a speaker for your event, again, email me. I'm happy to talk to you about that as well.
Yes, so all I was left to say is thank you again, Narelle, for a great show. And for those who have been listening, if you want to catch it again, it's on, will be eventually on our website. We're just updating and rebuilding, so you can listen on demand. You can listen for free on the website, or you can download it for a couple of quid. Anyway, we're going to finish off with Kieran Doyle and his latest song for you, Narelle. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Look after yourselves, and don't forget, give us 3 rings when you get in.
Behind the screen. Twitter and a Facebook star. Do your friends know who you really are? You put your life on show to those you'll never know, pretending you're another movie star. Shake Big Brother TV fame. Reality's your virtual name. Your life, it's in your hand, it's hanging by a strand. Leave the house, it's just a game. I said leave the house, it's just a game. Just another human being who's become a selfish queen. Live your life today, just turn and run away from the world you find behind.